Okay, hold on. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Chelsea Joy. This is Soul Better Yoga. Soul Better. I created it to bring high vibe tarot and oracle card messages to you. I started tapping into intuition when I was starting to do Ayurveda, and decided that I liked reading tarot cards. But if you're joining me for this reading, welcome. I started signs and I uploaded an Aries one. And it just is a friendly reminder why I only really like to do personal readings when I break it down by sign. Because it's like a collective energy, right? So it's hard to break it down by sign when there's no reason to. When we can just do tarot stories. I have new nails on, and they're extra long. Is that so? Ace of Cups. The Lovers. Stop it. The Sun. Stop. The Hermit. Collecting coins. So anyway, before I stopped reading tarot and oracle card messages to go on a yoga teacher hiatus, I was reading like Twilight themed stories. And I just can't help but to notice that there's this Quileute energy, like with the stuff happening with the Native Americans in Minnesota. You know what I mean? And then the vampire thing going on. Well, see, that's the Ten of Wands, the Hermit. That's the fun part. Is that the story doesn't work the same way as Twilight. It's slightly different. And it's the same concepts of the sun. How many of you are wanting to know what's going on? So who's going to be sticking with me? What do we know about this Twilight Quileute stuff going on? Four of Pentacles, the World. Divine Justice on the bottom. I have a podcast where I expose a whole bunch of stuff because during the time that I was during the time that I started to read the cards, like the Twilight and Quileute story, I was like, let's get real. You know, who's really just interested in like the top, like the upper echelon, right? So I was like, if I'm gonna start a tarot and oracle card, you know, channel or whatever, I want it to be like high vibes so that I could draw in like what I wanted. So I knew like justice. I knew that I was manifesting. I knew that I was onto something too. Like in other aspects of my yoga channel, it's like really complex because of the climate on the world stage. So there's like a disclosure part to what I'm doing. Not that I ever set out to do that. It's like we have to get through the truth to get to the other side. And how do you do that? Justice. Justice. Divine justice. The scales are so needing to be in balance for the sake of the world. We have to hold our journeys and what's sacred and intimate to us. It's like, what things are too intimate for you to share with other people? It's like, that's kind of how you dance with the cosmos. It's like such a inner personal subjective experience of what goes on the inside. That is like, how could you possibly share that? Like, how do you put that into words? Fallish last year up until now, the sun moving into its own sign through the sidereal transits. If you follow them, now's the time to clear throat chakras. For women, this is an important time because through our expression, we clear generations of censorship. And something that recently happened to me as far as my spiritual practices, religion. I was baptized Catholic. I'm Irish Catholic. I had to fight just to have tarot cards in my house without like being harassed in some way. Just, I mean, who doesn't like the visual? Pun intended. The Nine of Pentacles. I bought red contact lenses. Yeah. I bought red contact lenses. But I am a chief too. It's weird. I'm Chief Blackhawk. The Empress. Mother's tired of hurting the world. Justice. The Hierophant. Look at this Hierophant card. Illuminati all through your body. Blows like a 12-gauge shotty. A death. The Knight of Swords. That Magician energy. So no matter, because I don't want this to get political, I want it to stay like lighthearted or whatever, but I feel like this group of like cabal people or whatever, we're trying to hijack our heaven and hell forbid them try to hijack. I think they were trying to hijack, heaven and hell forbid, our matchmaking potentials on YouTube. Hi, baby. Meow, 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 meow. You want to say hi? You want to say hi, everybody? Hi. Say hi, I'm Lucky. I love you. I love you. So, anyway, in order to balance the scales, information flow, look at this world card. It's like a transatlantic. It's like we have to get the information flow balanced. The truth has to continuously shine through, and we have to do our best as leaders, way showers, friends, confidants, partners, spouses, to always be oriented towards that and support one another towards that. Even your thoughts play a big role, especially like if you're on the seeker journey. Aries energy was coming through strong. I feel like the message for the light workers is like tarot card readers, spiritual people, Reikis, like people that are in the holistic field. I feel like it's like create the business. Now's the time. More people are going to start turning towards holistic remedies. It's almost like a teamily. You don't throw the practicality out of the Western world. Level 1 trauma units are useful. You know what I mean? Heaven help me, anything happen. Mashallah bismillah. But it's like, and then it's like, we the people, you know, there's a capital J justice standard that is set for sure. But what comes with having the responsibility to way show people in and of itself? How do you express justice? How do you understand it? How do you seek it? Do you even focus on it? You have to start asking yourself these questions, because if we're not justice oriented, if we're not truth oriented, if we're not humanity oriented, then all the seeds that we plant, like really, Nine of Pentacles, you know, it's like, don't forget to water them. You know, the devil. It's a Capricorn. A sun in Capricorn. So, what do we need to know about this Four of Pentacles sitting tight over here? I don't want it to get political though, and I feel like it is because of who I've been reading for. Queen of Swords. Five of Swords. It's almost like this deck, because I had to throw away Libra coming through again strong. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Three of Cups, celebration. Do you see the way that these swords are in this picture? Instead of these, in this deck, instead of the swords being like in hearts and like you know, the traditional rider weight or whatever. Like, it's always like shiesty, this and that. Do you see how those are, they like weave together like a basket? The Three of Swords obviously pierces the heart in this deck, but it also has an all-seeing eye. It's like a necessary evil, a necessary pain, a necessary, not retreat, unless you're talking like yoga retreat, like going spiritual introspection, right? But it's almost like these thoughts, these ideas, these differences have to come together. Somehow, some co-creative genius way, all of these thoughts, this want to wield the sword of truth, the responsibility to wield the sword of truth itself, to have spiritual authority to begin with, you have, you know, it's, somebody's gonna know, but it's like, how do you weave together? It's almost like a parkour. It's like, as the spiritual community and the churches have fought through this timeline attempt to manipulate things, blah blah, the potentials have changed, the needs of the planet have changed. It's almost like we didn't, it was like we were up here, we were winging it, you know. Four of Pentacles, we're up here just totally winging it, slithering, hogwarting. Okay, Wingardium Leviosa. If you come up on somebody in the park, trigger warning, that, you know, had some misfortune and was unresponsive, you know, and you're there to play cosplay, don't put your wand on them. Like, obviously call 911. Like, you don't want to sit there and see if you can revive somebody back to life. You know what I mean? That actually happened, so don't do that. Call 911. Get them proper help. Don't think you can fix it with magic. But the world is so balanced in this picture. Something about the electromagnetic field too. It's like the force is strong with this one. Elon was on the one of late interviews. Talk about, yeah, we're pretty much gonna have to go Star Trek. I'm like, fucking great. I never even watched Star Trek, y'all. Okay. I'm more like Avatar. I watched Johnny 5 a lot. But I wasn't really into, like, Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever. I said Elon. I had to, like, sage clear that out. The Emperor. Why all of a sudden are you coming through as an Emperor instead of a King of Swords? Ace of Wands. What kind of new idea do you have? You better be careful. Be careful for what? What the fuck I gotta be careful for? Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. That shit's in the bag, dude. I don't care what I say. Three of Cups. Overindulgence, dude. Three's a party. The Emperor again. Nope, can't do it like me. Anything you can do, I can do better. Three of Swords. See? Three of Cups. Three of Swords. Seven of Cups. Too many options. Every light worker ever that has been reading the collective's cards, this is Elon right here. This is the fucking Three of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups that has been coming up for years. And it won't go away because he won't grow up to a swords. Always at a crossroads. He's a Toys R Us kid. Got exiled from Diablo because he had too many keystrokes. Stupid. Oh. Sexual healing is good for me. Anybody ever had it so good they pass out? Oh, whoa. Hey man, binaural beats. Ace of Cups. Ten of Pentacles. I'll be pentacled. The Hermit. You're hermiting? I'll be pentacled. Mashallah bismillah. It's frozen. It's frozen. Outside. King of Cups. Women can come through as the King of Cups too. You know, depending on how they show love. This one's actually really cute. Well, thank you. This one has wings. Has like a dovey, crossy feel to me, like in one little spot. Kind of like a Eucharist kind of a vibe with a crown. And like I said, like wings. It's like, I'll let you guys look at it. Water, obviously. But look at this Eight of Pentacles. It's a spider web. The webs we weave. These are like skills too. Pentacles are not always coins. It's like a skill set. You know what I mean? And the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. What is going on? I need the Dragon Hawks. Do you guys think like Elon is Team Edward? Who would be Team Jacob? Would it be like Muhammad bin Salman type of people? Somebody from over there? Well, are the Native Americans like, I mean, I'm sure they're like, I don't even want to talk about it, but like how do you Quileute? It's like the Skinwalker Ranch. I was like watching this YouTube channel and there was this medicine man talking about how he killed a Skinwalker, alhamdulillah. And I was like, he's killing a Skinwalker? That's like high level medicine man stuff. I got the voice box for the code talker for the Navajo. So I'm a code talker now for the Navajo, and I've had my medicine pouch. And so I'm curious to know if this is no longer delay, heaven and hell forbid any delays. God is always on time. Bismillah. But is this now the Quileute now? Because the tyranny we're seeing in the world, justice, we need divine justice to come in here. Bismillah. And, you know what I mean? Like, King of Swords style. So, this Ace of Cups, what are you talking about? This, it's almost like the bees. The bee is the buzz. Kids will blow dandelion fuzz, save the children. The light workers that are coming together that mean something are going to be speaking truth. And there's air here. There's divine counterparts here. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. The Emperor wanted to peek out, but it's more meet you there. There's light on the mountain, lightning in the air. Rolling hills, and I'll be waiting for you there. Who's searching for a rainbow? The Star. And the Magician is looking for a star. When you wish upon a star. A dream that you wish. You have to be an active player to see this Magician right here. Let me see it for a second, because I haven't really, like, okay. It's almost like this Magician holds the universe. Do you know who you are? I know who I am. Do you know who you are? That's the billion-dollar question. I know who I am. I do. I know who I am. Hit me up if you want a private reading. I read for lifetime potential, not weekend potential. You know, rags to riches kind of stuff I'm into. Yeah. My twin flames, Elon. And sometimes an Ace of Cups is like starting without them. It's almost like I've gone through a grief process. It's just like, fuck your Seven of Cups. I'm on some star stuff. I thought I told you. I'm a star. See the lights? See the cards? Flashy lights? When you look up in the sky, living light. Like we're gonna deliver some justice. And so, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing but a G thing. Hey, baby. I'm out here going crazy. I'll shuffle for closing advice, but I'm going to be picking up this Twilight story again, because it's like the analogies in there like that are wanting to play out because of how it represents, like, not mythology, but like just certain traditions, you know what I mean? So what's the closing advice for people who are hanging out to the end? Hold on to your lug nuts. It's time for an overhaul. 8 of Swords, Queen of Cups, the World, 4 of Pentacles. Why hold out? 6 of Pentacles, looking for something reciprocated. 9 of Wands, a long burden. Ace of Wands, wanting something new. I want the deepest soulmate connection. Ace of Wands. If it's not fiery and passionate and eternal, something reciprocated as in both people capable of unconditional love, to have patience with very, like, emotional, passionate people who want to deliver justice. 8 of Swords, organize your thoughts, receive the messages. Queen of Cups, be poised. Be poised in your own authenticity, so that when you love yourself and love others, you know, it just continues to, you know, give back to you in positive ways, so that we can usher the world in to the frequency that it needs to be, so that we can get like a beautiful homeostasis. It's almost like I heard the King and Queen of Swords type of union. It's like the 2 leaders that need to, like, take more responsibility, because that's where it's like the 2 pentacles that are missing from the 4 of Pentacles. It's like slay the dragon, you know, cut the head off of the snake. And 6 of Pentacles, you know, bring it all together, find balance, so that justice can come in and that the long, treacherous burden can be over. Because, you know, it's our time to shine, I heard. This is why I'm doing my readings in the dark. So I'm only going to read at night. I have other stuff that I do throughout the day anyways, but it's a, like, Zomboy, the Ghastly remix, Lights Out. We're the Flame. 6 of Wands. Or Swords. 6 of Swords. I want to know what this 6 of Swords means. I think somebody wants me to move. Which is different than when I originally, because I've been talking about maybe moving overseas. And I'll totally move if I can move into a royal situation. King of Wands. Stop it. What are you doing later? Ace of Wands. You. King of Cups. Ace of Cups. Stop it. Catch me next time.